Whoa, 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 whoa. As I said to my people a long time ago, if North Korea, Russia, China, Pakistan, Iran, if they get together, United States would not be doing what they're doing. But you see, they're not doing it. They're playing games because either they're scared because they're not working together real good. I call them three-card man. Like Turkey, Russia, they're three-card man. They're not really playing the game so the American government can stay off their back and remove all these sanctions. See somebody playing games. And the time is come for the game to be stopped played. Because it's not a fair game. Hello? The game is not fair what you're playing. So how are you going to stop the game? You got to rise up. You got to wake up all these countries. We're not going to talk about Africa because Africa is dead. Africa have 52 states, 54 states, and they're dead. Because if they really get together and take 100,000 soldiers from each country and arm them to the teeth and have an African army, United States would not be doing all this bullshit they're doing. No! But they cannot do that because they're helpless people giving their soldiers drugs and alcohol and messed up stuff so they can't fight. So the mighty man, Mr. United States, is the one that doing all the problem. He's causing all the trouble because nobody can silence him. Who's out there to silence him? Talk to me. Who is out there to silence the American government? No one, no place. So what I'm saying, we got to wake up. But the people are not waking up. The people are going off in all types of immoralities. And that's why they can't wake up. They care less. So when the people realize and they wake up, the American government will not be doing what they're doing. No. They will be afraid to leave their border and go far away borders to destroy that border. Look, do you know how far Iran is from the United States? Can you guess? Or can you look it up? And they go and drop bomb on that country. Could you imagine? And everybody's silent. Everybody sits silent with the thing that the United States is doing. And we have a madman in the White House, and nobody's not doing anything about him. Nobody's not taking him to the doctor to find out, hey, let's see if he's really in his right mind. Because he talk a lot of stuff. What he's going to do from what he's not going to do. And he is the president. You can't do that, sir. You are there to serve the people. And you are not listening to the people. You need to draw the army away from foreign countries. And then we will not have no problem. But you're not doing that. The government is not doing that. They're sending more army to foreign countries because they want to dominate. You know, dominate? That's what the government of the United States is trying to do. And they're going to do it because they have a plan for the one world order many time gone. You know, it's on the $1 bill. Sodom Socorum. Novus Sodom Socorum. It's on the $1 bill. In English, it's one world order. Do you think they're going to pursue or are they going to stop? I don't think so. They ain't going to stop. They're going to pursue this one world order to bring it in perfection. So if you don't wake up, Mr. Black Man, that's the plan they have. And if once you wake up, you will see the plan that they have for the one world order. So you will stop playing Santa Claus. Huh? You will stop playing Santa Claus and wake up. So if you can't wake up, that's too bad. The preacher is not waking you up because he's talking about God and Jesus. Huh? That's what he's talking about, and fill up his pocket with money so he can buy these big fancy jet plane and buy these 30 bedroom house with 10 bathroom or 20 bathroom, and you still give him your $10 and your $5. That's how smart you is. You don't have no 10 bedroom. You don't have no Rolls Royce. But you go to the church to give God $10 and God in heaven sitting back and not using that money. So in the meantime, the preacher used that money to buy the jet planes and buy the Rolls Royce and eat the big fat nice steak, $21 steak. And you go every Sunday and give the $10 or the $5 to the minister. And you know what he's going to tell you? The more you give is the more you get. So if you give him $1,000, you're supposed to get back $2,000 from God. You see the bullshit game they play with you? But you can't see. So you're stuck. And that's why they become richer and richer and richer. Some of them use narcotics. You don't have to take my word for it. I already said that in past program. You don't need to take my word for these ministers if they use drugs or not, if they drink alcohol or not. You don't have to believe nothing I said because I don't do believe. Believe is in the mind of the fool. And you become fooler until you become foolish. So I don't in the believe. You must know, else forget about it. Straight up. So once you wake up and realize what really taking place with the government of the United States, you will know that something is wrong. But when you cannot understand, then you're going to have a lot of problems. Because there's a lot of people cannot understand. They can't understand nothing. It doesn't matter what you tell them. That's how it is. So what are you going to do with those people that cannot understand? Hello? what you going to do with them? Are you going to leave them alone? Straight up. It's like I said in my program, hey, if we take the land away from the white man, we will have land to plant the grains for our family. Nobody's not talking about that. I am the only one spoke about that because they're all afraid. When you mention it to the black man, he get mad. He said he will not give a goddamn acre to the black man. Black men will tell you that when you make conversation with them. And that's how they do it. I will not give them shit. That's how they will reply to you. Come on. If you got the land to plant the grains and build your house, you got food and you got a house to sleep in. I will not give them shit. Let them go and work for the white man and get it. And pay for it. But they forget that the white man took away the land from everybody. And you know what is funny? They're going in Africa and they're taking more land from the black people more and more. And everybody sit back and waiting. Everybody sit back and waiting. Because they can't fight the white man. You know what I mean? And that's what's going on. As I said, black men, if you don't wake up, you got to start thinking for yourself. And stop thinking about going to the heaven and going to the hell. Those are Anansi's story. As you say, as I speak about Anansi's story, I speak with a man many years ago, and I was telling him about in Jamaica, they did not have radio or televisions. So the older folks will get together and they will speak about Anansi. It's a folklore play from Africa. And he said he don't know what I'm talking about. I'm talking nonsense. Another few years he came back and he told me he just find out what I were talking about the Anansi. They have the play in the United States too. But he didn't know because he never been taught as a kid. And a lot of kids of the United States never been taught anything. Some of them never been to rivers. So they don't know anything about the river. So when you speak to them about river, catching fish from the river, it's like strange thing to the ears of those guys, male and female. When you speak to them about going to the forest to shoot birds and look for yams and potatoes, it's strange to them because they've never been to those places. So what am I saying? That in all walk of life, children grows up in a different manner. Some learn the culture of their grandfathers and some learn the culture of their mother. So we have a barrier there. And if you learn from your great-grandfather, you have more to say. So as I said, we got to wake up and see what the white men or the government of the United States is doing all over the world. And North Korea, Russia, and China, and Pakistan should see to it that there is no more fighting into the land of Iran by these people that call themselves Israeli. Remember, they are European. But if you cannot understand what I'm saying, you got to look it up for yourself. Peace. Respect. I'm out of here. Tell a friend. Tell a friend.